Hello everyone, welcome to Pep Coding. In this video, we're going to look at the question lowest common ancestor of a generic tree. Okay, so let's try to understand this question. I've already drawn this tree. Now let's see what the lowest common ancestor is. Let's take two nodes. Let's take 120 and let's take 70. Okay, let's call this node D1. Let's call this node D2. Now, for 70 and 120, my lowest common ancestor would be 30. Because this is the lowest point in the tree after which D1 and D2 both are my descendant. Okay, what does this mean? For 10 itself, for 10, D1 and D2 are my descendants as well. But this is not the lowest point in the tree after which they are my descendants. So if I make a node to root path from D1 to from D2 to my root, the point at which they intersect will be my lowest common ancestor. Okay, let's see this for two different nodes. Let's see this for 60 and 70. Okay, for 60 and 70, my node to root path will be 60, 20 and 10, and for 70 it will be 70, 30 and 10. So they intersect at 10. So 10 will be my lowest common ancestor. Let's see this for 110 and 80 itself. For 110 and 80, my lowest common ancestor would be 80 now, because this point will be my 80. This point will be my lowest common ancestor, because for 80 itself, D1 is also my descendant and I am the descendant itself. So this will be my node to root path. I hope you understand the question. Now the approach might be also a little clear, as what we are doing is we are finding the node to root path. So let's take 110 and 70 for example, and let's write their node to root paths. For 70, my node to root path will be 70, 30 and 10. For 110, my node to root path will be 110, 80, 30 and 10. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll have two pointers. Let's call them I and J. They'll both start from the end of the node to root path and they'll traverse back on the back end side. Okay, so they are traversing from the reverse. Now I get from 10 to 30, right? 30 is my 30 is my lowest common ancestor. But what I'll do is I'll check that if the value at I and the value at J are equal or not. If they are equal, then I'm going to do I minus minus and J minus minus. I'm going to subtract these two. So I go here, they are same, I'll go here. At 70 and 80, my I is here now, I is at 0 and J is at 1. At this point, they are both unequal. So I know that the last time that they were equal was my lowest common ancestor. At this point, they are unequal, and at the last point, they were equal. So that is my lowest common ancestor. So 30 is going to be my lowest common ancestor. What I'm going to return is, I'm going to return the value at I plus 1. Because both, I can just return value at I plus 1 or J plus 1, it doesn't matter, because they are both equal. Okay, so let's try to code this. I have already got the node to root path here. So what I have to do is just write the code for LCA function. I'll make an array list. Let's call this path 1, which will be node to root path of my first node. And then I'll just copy this. This is for D2. Let's call this path 2. Now I have these two paths. What I have to do is take two pointers, which will start from the end of the array list. So D1 dot size minus 1 and J will start from D2 dot size path 2 actually. This is path 1 dot size minus 1. Okay, minus 1. Now we'll start a while loop and I is greater than or equal to 0, because we don't want to go out of the bound j is greater than or equal to 0, and then the value at I, which is path1 dot get at I, is equal to path2 dot get at j. If they are equal, then I'm going to subtract them. Now after this point, my I and j will not be equal, but I have to return the value which is I plus 1. I have to return the lowest common ancestor where it will be at I plus 1, right? So path1 dot get at I plus 1. So let's try to run this. It is accepted. Let's submit this code. So it is the right answer. Okay, I hope you understand this question. If you don't understand any part, I would suggest you to rewatch it, and please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.